Hall, co-host Craig Houston. It all gets started Wednesday night, 8 p.m., right here on Let's Talk About the Music.
Hey, this is Spider from Let's Talk About the Music. Tune in on July 13th. We'll be talking to Kiss Is Kill. We'll be talking to James about the difference between being in a band and being a composer. So tune in from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. Pacific.
Years ago, when I was just a boy, we were so young. Life was fun back then. The games we used to play, the things we used to say when we were kids. Life was fun back then. Kicking through the leaves on an autumn afternoon, playing by the time. Do you remember? Then running home to bed with dreams to fill our heads. The lights went out. How much I miss you. We dream on that tomorrow brings the sunrise. They shine like stars. My old friend, your eyes, they shine like stars. Dream on, shine on. Your stars are shining in my heart. Dream on, shine on. Your stars are shining in my heart. So as I walk these roads, time inside on my mind, I can feel today coming through. I know there are bluer skies on horizons far and wide. Where are you now? I wish I knew. Memories still shine, and all the happy times, they are aflame and frozen hands. That I made, and time will flow through younger hearts that I do know. We dream on, and tomorrow brings the sunrise. My old friend, your eyes, they shine like stars. My old friend, your eyes, they shine like stars. Dream on, shine on. Your stars are shining in my heart. Dream on, shine on. Your stars are shining in my heart.
Go.
Hey, we're back. Let's talk about the music. Shells is already laughing at me.
Well, wait,
we were just listening to...
Go ahead.
We were just listening to Cage & Co. And, what was the song name? I put it up today, and I can't remember. It was, oh, my goodness.
I'm actually, rubbing off on you. Hang on. I'll paste and copy into your Skype. Hang on a minute. Gotta help you out. There you go. I send you a Skype.
Tyneside on My Mind with Simon Todd. That's right. See, I couldn't remember the city name. I'm not as up on my European. Well, I don't know if they'd appreciate being called European at the moment.
Yeah.
Cage and Co might. They seem like fluid enough guys. They might not be too hard up about it. They might have voted to stay. But, if you didn't, feel free to call in and correct me, guys. I don't mind being corrected.
Yeah, Davis.
Don't let me give you... let me give you
Go ahead.
your own political affiliations there, since I don't know.
Yeah, Dave and Cage and Co. Are you ever going to come on the show? Yeah, I've been bugging him for almost a year now. No, we haven't been on the air yet. It's been 7 months. Almost feels like a year, but I've been bugging him. You need to come on the show. It's only 4 o'clock in the morning here in London. Psh. So, so I give him guff all the time. So, yeah, my boy Dave and Coach. Yeah, when I first got the show going, it was just a music pick, and I picked one of his songs already ages ago. He goes, "Yeah, some blog podcast from Tacoma picked our video. Where's Tacoma?" So that's why I'm saying. That's why I'm always saying, Google it.
Well, if I'd been drinking, I'd probably be pretty far along by now.
Okay, so seriously, am I Scully or are you?
You're Mulder because you're the more optimistic. You're looking for all this hidden stuff, and see, I'm Scully because I'm like, no.
Okay, all right. Just making
I'm
sure.
the cynical one. I'm just like,
Okay.
no, you have to have science and facts, and you're like, no, we don't.
Okay, all right. Just making sure that we are figuring what our roles are, who we are. So that's kind of.
That's right. I have the boobs, and you have the hair.
It serves you right to have the boobs. I'm pretty sure they're bigger than mine too. Okay.
You've got the well-combed hair, and I've got the boobs. That's how it's going to be. People are just tuning in. They're like, what is this show about?
Oh, yeah, we should tell what the show's about, huh?
What bathroom is he going to use now?
Oh, my God. All right, so let's talk about the music. Here is the lowdown what the show's about. It's a controversial talk show. Sometimes we have controversial topics. Depends on what it is, but there's no fighting or anything like that. It could happen eventually, but we try not to be. And I'm the positive one, and he's the negative one, so he's cynical. But anyway, we talk about music. Basically, what the show's about. We talk about music, and we also talk about with independent musicians. And on top of that, what we do is talk about the music industry and how difficult it is for independent musicians like King George and Zirp and a few others and Spider who are having a hard time. And so we want to open up that and have you guys, this show, be your outlet that tell like it is. And of course, we'll interview you too and play your music and all that jazz. So that's basically what the show's all about. And the global music part is that we go global. I'm not just playing music here in Tacoma and Seattle. I'm playing music from all over the world because I want to be different. And
from
so,
the U.S., from North Ireland, from Australia, from Singapore, from everywhere.
Yes, and we also have bands from Russia too. So, but
Russia, and Finland, and who did I play not too long ago? Israel. Bands from Israel.
Yeah. So, and here's what the shows, we kind of like divvy up the shows in a few categories. One is music pick videos, which is what I started with, and I gave it to Spider was I got busy with the podcast. And then we, on Mondays and Thursdays, which is not going to be this Thursday, because I have to go to a very important meeting that I rescheduled. But Monday and Thursdays is from 10 a.m. till 1 p.m. is Midday Music Break, where we play all these music. I'll tell you where they are, a little bit about them, and do a little trivia, horoscopes, and all that stuff. And then every single Wednesday nights has not changed from 8 p.m. to 1, what time? I don't know what time. 8 p.m. to midnight, we have this controversial talk show. And we've been doing this for, 7 months now. God, 7 months. And we are on, episode 27. 7 months.
Yes.
And then on top of that...
7, lucky
Yes.
sevens.
And we are about to start a brand new show. It's going to be once a month or once every 2 months called Spotlight. It's going to be on Tuesdays at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And Spider's time code, or time zone. And Spotlight is going to be about not controversial show. It's going to be Spotlight towards cover bands and tribute bands.
Yes.
And we're going to be looking at Prince on August 2nd. So you guys know. It's going to be only 2 hours. So those are the shows coming up, but we'll talk about what's coming on to this show right after Spider does his Today in Music.
Yes, which I'm prepared. I've already pulled it up. I got a lot of good ones for you. We're going to start out in 1957 with Elvis Presley. He scored his first UK number 1 with All Shook Up. I can't do an Elvis impression.
I can't either.
I'm going to skip that. But, moving on. In 1969, George Harrison recorded his new song, Here Comes the Sun, with 2 other Beatles, Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr, at Abbey Road in London. John Lennon was absent, recovering from a car crash in Scotland.
Ooh.
See, facts for anybody who didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't even know that happened.
In 1980, on this day, Led Zeppelin played their last ever concert when they appeared at Eisportal, West Berlin. I think I got that right. Eisportal. I don't know. My German is probably a little rusty. But West Berlin at the end of a European tour. So yeah, the last ever Led Zeppelin. If anybody happened to be there, hey, jump in the chat room. Tell us how it was.
Mm-hmm.
Was Jimmy Page as good then as he is now? Give us the dish.
He's a dish.
One last one, which is a good one for recent holidays here in the USA. Bruce Springsteen in 1984 went to number 1 on the U.S. album chart with Born in the USA.
Cool.
There, see? That's a good one for this.
Absolutely.
Last week and this week. For all you USA American folks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's this day in music.
Woohoo! Outstanding. Okay, so what we got going up on the next few episodes, starting next Wednesday, we are coming into local music here in Seattle. We got James from Kiss is Kill, and Spider's too excited about that one.
That's my kind of music right there.
I know you are, and so I've been talking to James for. Gosh, he's another one I had to hunt down. It's not just you, Spider. He was not responding to me, so I hunt him down until he answered me. And we'll play his music, and he has more surprises to tell us, too, so we'll just,
Yes, he's got all kinds of good stuff up his sleeve. I don't want to spoil it for him.
No.
So just tune in. You guys have to hear it, because this guy does a lot of stuff, and it's big stuff. Definitely
and
big stuff.
I'm freaking surprised of what he tell me he does. So I'm just like, what? You do not do that. So I'm shocked. Good thing I'm sitting down. And then on July 20th, we are going to have a fundraiser.
What?
Yeah.
I'm getting practicing now.
I noticed that. And basically, it's a sponsor appreciation. We do have sponsors, and we want to give them the little bit of spotlight about what they do for a living and why they choose to be part of music. Let's talk about the music and sponsor this awesome thing I've got started.
Yes, we got a lot of elements to it. Definitely tune in, because there's just all kinds of pieces, parts to it, and anybody can get involved. You don't have to be, ZZ Top and cruising around in your nice cars.
No.
But, if you are, and you're listening to the show, Mr. Billy Gibbons, you can you can sponsor us. We wouldn't mind.
You're
We'll play
right.
some ZZ Top, right?
Absolutely.